we're doing this. We are doing this. We are here. This video is very much nerve-wracking for me, but very exciting at the same time because I am recording my first ever video for my first ever YouTube channel. So we're here and we're doing it, guys. We are stepping out of our comfort zones and doing it scared, and that is the premise of what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to try to just run through this video, mistakes and all, and go and speak with my heart and, speak and lead in the words and wisdom of God. So we're doing this. We're here and we're doing this. So first and foremost, what I will say that is a very true fact is that if you're waiting to be ready or waiting to feel ready, you're going to be waiting forever. Why? Because ready starts now. It starts at the moment you decide that you're ready to take the leap, you're ready to do it scared, you're ready to just jump in and dive in. Whether you're prepared, unprepared, scared, not scared, have all the confidence in the world, or the littlest confidence in the world, it's just diving right in. You are ready the moment you tell yourself that you're ready. It'll never be the right time to start. The right time to start is right now. And take it from me or take it from anyone else. I feel like the right time is when you have that urge, that little feeling in your stomach, in your heart, in your mind that's buzzing you, urging you, pushing you to go out and do that thing that makes you scared. That's motivating you, trying to encourage you to just go out and do it. That to me is the right time. I was most definitely one of those people that always had it in the back of my mind, well, today is not the right time because of XYZ, and so I'll wait until tomorrow. And then tomorrow always turns into next week, which turns into next month, which turns into next year, and then you're just never ready. You're never taking that step. So this is me finally taking that step, and I'm encouraging all of you to take that step because you'll never be ready until you say that you're ready. And I think the sooner that we can realize that the right time is right now, then you'll be prolonging something that could be big tomorrow because you're waiting on this idea of a right time. You're waiting to feel ready, and feeling ready could be just doing it now, doing it scared, doing it nervous, doing it with the fear that maybe it'll flop, but you're gonna do it anyway. So don't wait for the right time. Don't wait until it feels right. Don't wait until you feel ready. Just do it. Do it now. Go out and do it now. Whatever that is, whether it's starting a business, whether it's starting that clothing brand, whether it's starting a YouTube channel, whether it's modeling, whatever the case may be, go out and do it now. Something I've always heard growing up from my family especially is that growth doesn't come from your comfort zone. Growth doesn't come from staying in a place where you're just okay being stagnant, okay being still, okay where you're comfortable at. There's always that elevation, there's always that growth where you're the most uncomfortable. But I'm telling you guys, it is always so worth it. You grow in courage, you grow in taking that leap of faith, you grow in doing it scared and doing it fearfully. You don't want to live the rest of your life with shoulda, coulda, woulda beens or what ifs, because you allowed that little voice, those limiting beliefs that other people are putting on you, projecting on you, to win. I think a big thing when it comes to fear is recognizing that fear is not a stop sign. Fear is likely a sign that you're on the edge of something big. I don't know if a lot of people have seen that quote. I'm sure a lot of you have, but there's this quote that says, your life changes on the other side of fear. In this case, for example, with me starting a YouTube channel and putting out my first video, it couldn't be more true. Your growth, your elevation, your life literally changes on the other side of fear. And I will kind of give an example of that. Like, outside of this, I model, and I didn't go majority of my life knowing I was going to model. I was a little nerdy girl going to school, trying to finish with, good grades and honors. And I was a sporty girl. I mostly did sports. I really saw my life looking like being an Olympian athlete, somewhere in Paris running the Olympics for track and soccer and everything like that. I didn't see a life before that where the possibility of modeling was even the case, or even the possibility of starting a YouTube channel. That just wasn't in the cards for me. I didn't see that for myself. But when I was in college, I remember one of my friends had told me that there was a fashion show audition happening. I had no idea. For 3 years I had already been there, there's apparently a fashion show that existed on the campus, and I just had no idea. My mind was only ever curated around the idea that I was going to be an Olympian runner, I was going to be an Olympian soccer player or track athlete, and that was just that. That was what I was so tunnel vision and focused on. That was my supreme ultimate goal in life, that I was going to be that one thing. I was going to graduate college, I was going to go on to med school, I was going to become an Olympian athlete, and that was that. When I did open my mind up to the idea of modeling and starting off with runway, at first I almost talked myself out of it. The first thing I thought about was, well, I'm not confident enough to do this. I can't see myself walking on a stage in front of several of my classmates judging me. I just had all these ideas in my head, like, what could they be thinking about me? Like, what if they don't like that I'm up on the stage? Like, I just had all of these questions and these ideas, these limiting beliefs in my head, that I just couldn't do it, and I wasn't confident enough to do it. So after having a few pep talks with my friend, I had ultimately decided, no, this is something I wanted to do, not for everyone else, but for me. And yes, I was scared, I was nervous, I was I was probably way over my head about it, but I went to that audition with my friend anyway, and I did it scared. And from from going to the audition and worrying if I was gonna get chosen or not, I still went and gave it my all. And a week later, I got an email that I was accepted to walk in the fashion show that was happening in the spring. And then from there, from walking in my first fashion show at my school, I went on to, take an even bigger leap of faith and decided to model outside of college. If I didn't have that mindset to just do it, afraid, regardless of what anyone was going to think, regardless of what I was telling myself, I would not be at the level I am today with modeling. I now still currently model. I've gotten to walk in several different fashion shows, and that was all because I decided I was ready to do something that was, again, probably way over my head, that I was scared to do. I didn't feel confident enough to do it, and I did it anyway. And because I stepped out of my comfort zone, I, on the other side of fear, have since experienced so much elevation, so much growth within myself, not just in modeling, but personally too. I now take a little more risk. I now have the confidence to do more things. I trust myself more. I trust my intuition, and trust the voice in my head telling me that I want to do this, and then I go and do it. The basis of that story is that it's never the right time. You just have to kind of decide to go for it, regardless of what the fear inside of you is telling you, or regardless of the fear telling you that it's not safe, regardless of what other people might think of you, or might say about you, because none of that stuff matters. Only how you feel matters. Another thing too, I used to think that confidence came before taking action. For example, when I was talking about contemplating and going back and forth about trying out for a school fashion show, I kept saying to myself, the one thing that's very prevalent about the story that I just kept saying to myself around that time was that I'm just not confident enough to do it. What if they don't like me? What if I don't get chosen? What if this? What if that? I had to realize from taking that leap of faith and having conversations with my friend and doing it scared, that the confidence doesn't come before taking action. It's taking that action and being confident enough in yourself to do it scared. Most of my wins in life actually came from doing the terrifying thing first and then having the confidence to keep doing those things. Things like walking in my first fashion show, walking into my first casting, coaching my first model, starting a YouTube channel. Every time I stepped forward, scared or not, I leveled up and elevated in so many different ways. Again, not just career-wise, but individually as well, characteristically, because I've already done the most terrifying thing, so what else do I have to lose? Earlier in the video, we talked about feeling safe, and that is true. Comfort feels safe, but it kills your growth. Nothing can grow there when you decide that you are better off in your comfort zone. And a lot of it comes from, like I've mentioned before, limiting beliefs, allowing others to project those limiting beliefs, their fears onto you, and you kind of absorbing them as if they're your own. That voice in your head that tells you that it's not safe, or that feeling inside of you that tells you it's not safe. Because here's the thing, our bodies are constantly trying to find ways to make us feel safe. So the minute that it's already carved out a full script of who you are and what feels comfortable and what you've done up to this point that feels okay, that feels safe, that feels comforting. So the minute that you tell your body, okay, well, I want to do something else, I want to step out of my comfort zone, I want to go do the thing that scares me, it's like your body goes into emergency mode. Hold on, we didn't discuss this. This is not in your script. We've never done this before. This is unsafe. You need to stay where you're at. Absolutely not. We are not going to take that leap of faith. We are not going to go start that business. We are not going to start that YouTube channel. The minute you tell yourself, okay, well, I want to do something different than what I'm used to doing, your body goes into full-on attack mode. No, I need to keep you safe, because doing those other things out there that are not part of your comfort zone, that are not within your comfort bubble, does not feel safe to us. And that ultimately keeps us doing the same thing and repeating the same cycles for years and years, or weeks or months upon months. And what happens is eventually we're doing the same thing and doing the same thing and expecting new results, but nothing can grow where we're comfortable. And so we're just doing the same thing constantly. We're expecting to get something different, and we're constantly hitting a wall. Regarding fear, typically, if you're fearful of it, if it's something you fear, it means you're expanding. I used to always get this saying from my parents whenever I would get ready to go to a casting. They would always tell me, whenever they would ask me, like, you know, how are you feeling, like, what is going through your mind right now, are you scared, are you feeling ready for this, are you confident, like, what's going on, talk to us, like, what's going on in your head. And I, like, the one thing that always used to come out of my mouth, which naturally happens because, again, our body is trying to constantly find ways to make us feel safe, and the minute we decide, okay, well, body, I'm in control, we got this, it is safe to do this, it is safe to go out and try something new, jump outside of our comfort zone, and you go and do it, even with that fear, there's that shift. And even though your body might not agree in that moment, because it's still constantly trying to find a way to make us feel safe, the minute you can sit there and tell your body, okay, well, body, I'm in control, we got this, this may feel fearful, but this can be a safe space. This can be safe for us. That's the minute things start to change. That's the minute we start to see the changes that we weren't seeing when we were just staying stagnant and staying in our comfort zones. And so the one thing that would come out of my mouth when my parents would ask me before I would go to a casting, before I would walk in my first show, how are you feeling? It would always be, I'm scared. I'm feeling nervous. I'm feeling fearful. And my parents would always tell me, if it scares you, that means you want it bad enough. If it scares you, that means what you're getting ready to do is big. Even before a game, this is not even just with modeling. I remember even growing up doing sports, I would always say to them, you know, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm feeling really nervous because I don't want to fall flat on my face. I don't want to clip the hurdle wrong and hurt myself. And so I've always kind of held on to that thought process, held on to that mindset, because just like the quote, your life changes, you elevate, you grow, you become a completely different person, and all of that is on the other side of fear. And so them saying that to me, them, reminding me constantly that if something scares you, it means you want it bad enough. It means that you're about to do something really big. It means that your life's about to change. That was always a really great reminder that, hey, it is in fact safe to decide that you want to step out of your comfort zone, that you want to do the thing that scares you, because this could potentially change your life. And I like to think too, in the sense of following your dreams, if it doesn't scare you just a little bit, you aren't dreaming big enough. That was something I was told by a professor actually in college. I remember just always being told by different people that, don't dream too big. Try, like, you can dream, but be realistic. Certain dreams are just way too out of reach. And of course, those are people projecting their limiting beliefs on you, because that's not something that they know that they would want to pursue for themselves because of their own fears, of their own projections, their own insecurities, whatever those might be. But my professor, I'll never forget, in college used to always tell me, reach beyond the stars. If your dreams don't scare you just a little bit, you're not dreaming big enough. So reach beyond the stars. Dream as big as you can imagine it, because if it was put on your heart, if it was put in your mind, it's possible. It's reachable. It's attainable. It's within your reach, it's within your grasp. It's just now a matter of getting it out from here into your physical reality. Fear is just your mind recognizing change. It is not, in fact, danger. I say that because, again, your body is constantly trying to find ways to keep you safe. And I'm here to tell you that fear is not danger. Fear is change. It is just your body, your mind recognizing that something is changing here. You are not remaining the same person. And just to touch on something else I've kind of mentioned before, confidence comes after action. Generally, you are not confident right then and there. You're never usually confident before you take that action, before you take that step. That is the whole purpose of doing it scared. Majority of the time, you don't have that confidence built in yet. It's when you take that action, it's when you take that leap of faith, it's when you decide to step out of your comfort zone and do it scared, that now you have the confidence, because you see, oh my gosh, I'm really doing it. I'm really out here starting my own business. I really got in my LLC. I'm really taking the steps to pursue and do the thing that I said I wanted to do that scared me half to death. That now you're feeling more confident in yourself. Now there's that boost of confidence, that of motivation, of encouragement in yourself, that if I can do this scared, if I can do this and I had all this fear in my heart, then I can go do the next thing I thought about doing. You don't get confident first. You take that action, you take that small step, and from that action that you take, you grow more confident in yourself. And let's be honest, action builds evidence, and evidence builds belief. And so before I close out this video, what I want everyone to do is, this week alone, pick one thing that scares you. Pick one thing that you've been avoiding, whether it's been for weeks, days, months, years. Pick just one thing that scares you and do it this week. We're already, it's Thursday? It's literally 4:38 a.m. in the morning on a Thursday. Pick one thing. That is my task for all of you, my challenge for all of you. And I will do it too. In fact, I'm already taken the first step this week, which was doing exactly what I said I wanted to do, even though it scared me to death, which was start a YouTube channel, recording my first YouTube video. I'm already doing it, and so you guys can do it too. I want everyone to join this challenge with me and pick one thing that scares them and do it this week. And the thing that you choose to do this week does not have to be done perfectly, and it doesn't have to be done confidently. I 1000% was not prepared for this video. I didn't have a script prepared. I didn't have notes or anything that could help me make this video as smooth as possible. But something just kept telling me, today feels right. Today I feel ready to take this leap of faith and just hit record. And that's exactly what I did. And even though it scared me and made me nervous as heck, I'm here with you guys. And so just do it. Even if you feel nervous, even if your voice is shaky, even if you're not prepared or set to give a perfect video or execute the perfect idea of what starting looks like, do it anyway. What I want you guys to remember is something that I love to do is I love affirming what I believe to be true about myself and what I believe to be true about so many of you out there. You are more than capable. If nobody's told you, if you haven't told yourself yet, let this be a way for you to remind yourself of that. You are capable. You are stronger than the fear. You have so much potential. Don't let that potential go to waste. The version of you that you dreamed of is literally on the other side of this uncomfortable step. You owe it to yourself to give yourself that dream life, to give yourself that dream version of yourself that you've always visualized, journaled about, manifested. Don't shrink your dreams to match your comfort zone. Expand your courage and your confidence to match your dreams. So if this message has hit home for you, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment if these are more videos that you would like to see. I definitely think this is the route or the niche that I want to take my channel around. I love, you know, talking confidence and positivity into everyone's life. I love affirming different positive beliefs. I love having these kind of pep talks with all of you to get your confidence boosted. And so we've gotten to the end of this video and I'm really excited. Again, it's still a little bit nerve-wracking for me. I still can't believe I took this leap of faith, this step out of my comfort zone to do something with so much fear and nervousness in my heart. But we're here and we did it, and we did it together. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't, you know, practiced, but we did it, and I followed the urge that I had on my heart. And remember that just like me, you don't need to be fearless. You just have to be willing. Be willing to tell yourself it's the right time. I am ready and I can do this. And so that's all I have for you guys today, and hope you like these videos, and hopefully I'll see you guys back here.